Alright, so today's national dish is Guinea. New Equatorial Guinea? New Guinea? It's Guinea. Today's national dish is Guinea, and their national dish is actually an American dish. It's called Sucatash. They changed it a little, changed some spices, changed how it's arranged. You can put whatever you want in a Sucatash, so I'm not surprised that they changed it up a bit. I am missing one ingredient, but let's go over what we have here today. We have 3 Romata tomatoes in here. You can use whatever tomatoes you want. Red bell pepper, orange bell pepper. This is 5 cloves of garlic. This is 4.5 cloves of garlic, a whole white onion, corn, lima beans, cumin, pepper, and salt. I'm missing zucchini, and there's a very good reason for that, and that is I am allergic to squash. So zucchini is a type of squash. I haven't tried it yet since I developed the squash allergy, so I might not be allergic, but I got things to do today, right? And I need to be able to breathe to do those things. I don't got time to lie down for 2 hours after taking Benadryl, so we're just gonna leave it out. Get a pan going and add in some oil, and you gotta add things in order of how long they're gonna cook. So we're gonna start with onion. The onion's gonna take the longest to cook down. This is probably too much onion. You could probably use half an onion, but like if I did, what am I gonna do with the other half of the onion, you know? Pro strat, get some bell pepper in there so it burns. I'm also gonna throw some butter in there. My butter got pretty beat up, so there's no measuring it, kind of warped. I'm gonna put this much butter in there. I lied, I'm pulling the butter out. That piece is staying apparently. Butter's gonna go in at the end, and that's probably about a tablespoon. For these onions, you just want them to cook down a little bit. We're not going too far here, because everything's gotta cook, you know? What's fun about Sucatash is that, like, there really is 0 measurements. It is just kind of like, hey, you got a couple insert blank vegetable, toss them in there. I think it just really means vegetable medley. Also, if you're, more accurate, you wouldn't be using baby lima beans. You'd be using the whole pod sliced into pieces. That's how they eat it there. I just don't have that at my local grocery store. I only have the individual beans. All right, now that that's wilted a little bit, we're gonna go in with the red bell peppers and the yellow bell peppers. Mix it on up and let it cook down for another minute or 2, I'm gonna guess. I'll tell you when it's actually done cooking how long it's been. If any of you have ever wondered, like, the temperature that I keep my stove at as I cook, and you look up there and you're like, wow, he's on, like, medium low. This stove is just wild, right? You gotta learn your stove. Mine, terrible. Doesn't make any sense. A 4 over here, you could burn almost anything. You put it up here, fire. You're starting fires. Really, you gotta think of it not as, like, small burner, big burner. You gotta think of it as, like, low, medium, high of inferno. Anything past this 6, you're burning it. All right, it's been another 2 minutes. We're gonna get our tomatoes and garlic in there. This would be a great time to add in some seasonings too. Going with salt, pepper, and a good bit of cumin. I would say like a tablespoon of cumin. Okay, things are looking good here. Grab the lima beans and the corn. We don't need all 2 pounds of corn. Just like a good bit of corn. Now, since these vegetables were frozen, it's pretty much gonna halt the cooking process, and you're gonna have to bring it back up to temp. So this is just gonna take longer. If you were to have heated up the vegetables before you put them in, that's probably the better move, right? That's probably what I should have done. But we're in it. After adding all this, it probably needs more seasonings too. Oh, by the way, this is when you would add the zucchini, if you had zucchini. So right now, you would have added the zucchini. Also, normally you would add some water in here at this point too, to let it steam up a bit, but frozen vegetables contain a lot of moisture, and they should release all the water that I need in mine. But in yours, if you're using fresh stuff, I recommend putting some water. Actually, it still might need some water. It's looking pretty dry on the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna say add some water. That was probably too much water. Wow, that was way too much water. I mean, it'll cook away, but I'm doing it. Putting the heat on burn, get rid of some of this moisture. All right, and that's it. Just cook this down until all the water that you added is gone. Boy, oh boy, is that a lot of water. And I'll see you guys then. All right, and we're done. This is it. This is the Sucatash. All I did off camera was I added in that little pad of butter, filling it all over. See, this is the thing. When you use little bowls like this, they don't work well for eating, especially when you overfill them, but they look good on camera. Oh god, hot. As I was saying, I add in a little bit of butter at the end, because, like, obviously this is gonna be good with butter in it. You don't have to do that. It's technically not part of the recipe. If you want to keep it vegan, you could add olive oil too. I mean, listen, is it bad? No, it's delicious, obviously. There's a bunch of vegetables in a bowl together. Is it a main dish? Also, no. It is a side dish. It'd be a great side dish at your party. There's a great variety of veggies in there, and none of them are really overpowering the other. You do get that nice cuminy flavor in the background. Overall, I think this would be better with zucchini if I, was willing. I do like zucchini. I just haven't had it in years. Maybe I could have subbed out cucumber. I don't know. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next country.